No, I use paint sticks. Paint sticks are a oil.
280. Right around the corner.
You're next.
You are next.
My 10 minutes of fame coming
Yeah.
right up. 10? It's 14. Oh my God. I need to tell this quick.
I would like to put you and me facing her so.
Less that you can be for everybody this way. It's fine. Yeah, I can go like that. That looks more comfortable for you.
Sorry.
There you go. I'm just saying. No, that works well. Yeah, still allows. They're getting less of that. Yeah, yeah. But the center shot like this, the walls, the two.
Trying all the things that you just wanted, everything that she's experiencing.
No, they're not. It's not. These are things. So we're gonna.
Have some fun with Anna Bates. Anna, welcome to the Quilt Show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Anna does a blog for us, but really what you're known for is a YouTube channel and a get around the country doing a blog. Tell us about that.
Quilt Roadies. My husband and I started camping, and we visit quilt shops along the way. I stop at any Cabela's that he wants to. So it's a win-win. And I go in, I ask the owners if I can film as I'm walking around. Sometimes the filming is not as nice as the quilt show because I'm shopping while I'm quilting and when I get excited.
I love it though, right?
Absolutely.
I see something, I get real excited about it, something wonderful happens, and then I run to the next adventure.
Yeah, and I have to say, she started running, it's like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, right.
She's gone.
Right and opinionated.
Fabulous. Well, let's take a look at some of your quilts. This one on the wall here. Tell us about it.
Well, I am passionate about Block of the Months, and mainly because it gives you a wide variety of fabrics that you might not have. And this one is by Primitive Gatherings. Lisa Bongian designed it. And it was a summer Block of the Month, which meant the block arrived once a week.
Oh yeah. How does that work?
Well, my mailman didn't like me because I figured if it didn't get into my house, I wasn't behind. So sometimes there would be like 4 or 5 blocks. Before I go pick it up.
How do you even call a block of the month when it's a block of the week? Why don't you call it block of the week?
Well, she does in the summertime. And
Okay.
once the block of the week is done and everyone's tested it,
then you can...
it becomes a block of the month.
Nice.
Nice.
But I did that as a block of the week, and it was very fun.
So you were a tester for it then?
Well, it's like anyone who signs up during the summer is a tester.
Oh, okay.
You're a paying tester.
I need to jump in. You're known for doing wool, is
Put
that?
it together.
How nice.
Yeah, and she designed these each month.
They take this off.
Okay.
We're doing table.
We're doing a table turning.
Right. Oh, this is adorable. Who's this?
This is, I made this for the 40th anniversary of the Sisters Quilt Show. And so it had to be 40 by 40. It is originally a Pat Sloan design.
Okay.
That is a cotton applique, but because I do wool, I changed it to wool, and then I increased the size to meet the 40 by 40 requirement. So this is all wool out of my stash.
This is amazing.
Well, when I started this one, I was doing just the basic wool stitch. Once I became friends and a stalker of Sue Spargo, all of my stitching turned different after that, because then you start adding those layers.
Well, and I've been sitting here playing with this book. I don't own it, but I think it's in my future. I mean, it's just stepped out beautifully, and it would be a really great way. But you say you need to take a class from her.
Yes, there's nothing like a class from Sue. She's lovely, she's calm, and she says if you are able to learn 2 to 3 stitches in one class, you're doing really well.
Yeah, she's great. We've had her on the show, and I really love her work. Justin, if you could help us, we're going to take these away, and then your Miss Anna. And now I can't let this go. Anna Bates, okay? For those of you that are down in Abbey, here she is.
And I married Mr. Bates, and he did not kill his first wife.
That's great. All right.
That's right. So,
I want to talk about this first, okay? I mean, this is just killing me here.
I know, isn't it adorable?
Well, it works for your travels, right?
It does. I stitch while I travel, because I don't have to drive.
Yay.
And so I prep my projects ahead of time. I fuse everything so that I don't lose any pieces. And I pick the thread color out for the project I'm going to be working on in the front seat, and I put the balls in to this little Temecula quilt company where I ordered this little box, so that when he steps on the gas, my balls don't go flying. They stay in this little box. I usually do a buttonhole stitch with wool. And the buttonhole stitch, as we all know, whether you do it on machine, is where there's a stitch across the bottom and a perpendicular stitch to the edge.
And I don't know, Anna, can you just lean back a tad, and we're trying to get another camera angle there, so just...
Okay, so I just come up and I keep
That's good.
the stitch.
Well, and on wool, it really does hide more than if you were working on cottons, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But when I'm in a rush, I will just do a whip stitch, which I have done on this particular piece.
Gotcha.
And so I will, sometimes on larger pieces or motifs, I will buttonhole, just to give it that look. But for these tiny little circles,
So let's come over here, right in here, okay?
like around these snowballs, there's no way I would buttonhole that. It's just too much thread and too much bulk, and so I whip around those. And
Well, it's not like you're going to throw it in the wash or anything.
no,
Okay, and did I miss you doing a whip stitch?
No.
Then we should do one, just so people that don't know.
so the whip stitch is where you're going to still pay attention to the perpendicular and, you know, the straight, making it straight, and go down. So,
Oh, yeah, sure.
you know, there's less thread use. So if I were to do this in the car, I would be going up, down, over.
I was wondering,
Yeah, up, down, over, trying to keep
You're
the
doing
same distance.
Yeah, the pierce in and the pierce out is one
Exactly.
tool, yeah.
And if it's
Your
not,
biggest bucket list of all, you want to go to Paducah, right?
that's what I want to
And
do.
wear a crown.
Oh, that would
Right.
be absolutely
It'd be
fabulous.
fabulous. I wish that we were over and we could make that happen for you. But what we can do is we can do half of that. We can give you the crown that you will wear when you finally make it to Paducah. There she is. Everybody, let's hear it for Anna Bates. Well,
You
I
don't know what's going to happen to me when I get home. My girlfriends always think I wear a crown anyway.
I've had a great day. How about you, Anna?
Oh, it's been
Yeah, Anna, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And Ann Shaw, love what you're doing with your Amish remix.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Thank you for joining us. Audience, thank you for being here today. And everyone at home, remember, it's a new day.
Every day.
Hey, Chief. There she is, crown and all, dude.
You live with it?
You're gonna have to live with
And you're all going home with a crown. Hey Justin, are you out? Is this working?
Oh, no, I'm buying this one. Jim, because I was just telling you, I've got a bunch of
Which one? No.
bits of wool, and I would just go get some 100% wool back my home.
So you want to
Okay, now you get rid of your folks, so just stand aside.
That was cute.
Yeah, very cute.
Where's your mark for crowd? Hey Jim, where's your mark for crowd?
They'll be, well, they can be actually be